What could I possibly love about the Galactic Starcruiser? What about everything? I mean, it's a Starcruiser and it's right over there. Hey everybody, it's DrDisney. I know you haven't seen me for a while, but I've been busy. I made over 250 videos on Tiger's YouTube channel. You should go check it out. Check out the Autistic Tiger, okay? And buy his plushie, okay? I've got a whole bunch of these. These are awesome. Every time we take him to an art show, people go crazy for him. You can get him on his Etsy, the Autistic Tiger. I'll put a link in the description. You're asking yourself, what's there to like about Galactic Starcruiser? Didn't you see the videos? Haven't you seen what everybody else has said about Star Wars? All these, YouTube guys talking about, I've got 3 million followers and everybody hates it, hates it, hates it. This is just everybody ganging up. Now, you all know I had a beef about Disney and annual passes. And I said, don't buy an annual pass. I said I wouldn't accept any free tickets until we could buy an annual pass because I wanted everybody to be able to do that. In September, when annual passes came out, we bought them same day, and we've been going to the parks an awful lot. I try not to be a hypocrite. I'm not piling on just because I might have a beef with something that was personal to me. I'm looking at the facts. And the facts are, it's a kick-ass hotel. It's right over there. I mean, I've been watching that thing being built for the last year and a half. And I'm really excited for the time when I get to go there and enjoy it. And I'm not going to let any of these YouTube guys tell me to hate it. Now, I will address that first promotional video they came out with the Imagineer and the actor. And I was a little underwhelmed. I think the actor was overacting and didn't sell me. The Imagineer didn't sell me. What they were showing me didn't sell me, but it doesn't mean I didn't like what I saw. It doesn't mean I don't want that experience. Remember, we are DVC owners, okay? We bought DVC at Polynesian. We came here a couple times, and then we moved to Celebration, okay? I'm their ideal demographic. They want me to go. They want me to take my family. And even if it's not an ideal experience, doesn't mean we can't enjoy it and have fun. And we're gonna go, and we're gonna have fun. We're not gonna go now because it's really expensive. But I think in time, my budget or their pricing scheme will change to the point where it'll be affordable for people like me. I remember seeing Josh tomorrow demonstrate the lightsaber training at D23. I thought it was comical. I used to be a national champion video game player when that was a real thing in the arcades, Pac-Man and all that kind of stuff. And I was really underwhelmed. Like, after 40 years, this is how video games have progressed? Are you kidding me? I don't know what they're going to do with the lightsaber training, but I can tell you that we have filmed Tiger at Smuggler's Run at the chess table, drawing the Autistic Tiger, okay? And that is such an immersive environment there. It is so awesome. We love to go hang out there. And actually, the pandemic has helped us because they don't allow people to hang out there, well, except Tiger when he goes to draw. And we really get to enjoy that. But that's the feel I want to see inside the Galactic Starcruiser. And I need to see more. I need to make sure that it's going to give me that feeling. I was a little underwhelmed by the bar because I actually don't plan to spend time in the bar. I don't go to bars now. If I did go there, it would be out of a curiosity, but I'm kind of interested. Is this bar going to be open 24/7 like a bar would be on a regular cruise? Because I think it should be. I think the restaurants should be open 24/7. If you went there and hung out at the bar all day, I think you'd run up a hefty tab because those drinks have got to be like $30 a piece. You can only get them there on the Starcruiser. I'd charge $30 a drink on the Starcruiser, wouldn't you? We don't know what other characters are going to be roaming around. We don't know what all the other experiences are. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that they've got more in their hip pocket that they haven't shown anybody. I know they came out with a video with the purple chick and the iPhone, here's the iPhone and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that was kind of dumb. They're just wetting your whistle. This is meant for people who had already booked and paid. They're just tell them, hey, we're glad you paid and get ready for your trip. We're getting ready for you. It wasn't meant for mass consumption. I'm sure they must have realized that it was going to get out, but that's not the experience. You're not paying for that. You're paying to be in the Galactic Starcruiser for the prestige of being on the Galactic Starcruiser, the prestige of having those experiences. And this is how I feel about it. When I do something ultra exclusive, do you know who I tell? I tell nobody. Because if I tell you about my ultra exclusive experience, it cheapens my experience. So I would tell anybody out there, when you go on this thing, don't tell anybody what happens. Don't spoil it for people. Don't ruin it for people. And let people keep speculating as to the type of experience you had. I mean, unless it's a complete crash and burn, but I don't expect that. People have made a big deal about the vacancies that have cropped up on the calendar for Galactic Starcruiser. I don't know where their calculus is coming from. Who be it me to invoke math, but I do have a chemical engineering degree. I'm pretty good at adding up numbers. They have 100 units in that hotel. There is a date that shows an opening. It could be one opening. More than likely, it's just one opening. I've seen the calendar from March to June populate at various times with various numbers. The max I've seen open in any particular month on any particular day has been 6. If you have 100 rooms per trip, you have 15 trips per month. That's 1,500 rooms per month that hotel can book. And if you have 6 openings out of 1,500, you're looking at 99.6% full. I think any hotel in the world would love to be 99.6% full, especially at these price points. This is not cheap. People talk about the Galactic Starcruiser on average is about $5,000 for a room for a family. But that's not true, okay? Because that is off-peak time. That's not on weekends. That's not on holidays. And that is the basic room. That's not the 1-bedroom suite or the captain suite or whatever. What do you think that captain suite sells for? 20 grand? More? How much are you going to pay if they got one captain suite and only 15 people a month get to stay there? Okay, 180 people a year get to stay in the captain suite. How much do you think that costs? Think about this. If they rented out the fantasy suite in Cinderella Castle for one night, what do you think they could get for it? 20 grand a night? 50 grand a night? Pretty much anything, because only a certain number of people can stay there. And I think Cinderella, maybe they rent it out every other day. They could pretty much charge whatever they want. And that's what they're doing with the Galactic Starcruiser. So the availability calendar, I'm not deterred by that. So a few people cancel. Those things get repopulated every day. They get, the reservations get taken every day. You might end up with a few new reservations and then they get taken up. People are making a big deal out of nothing. 99.6% occupancy, that's a home run. I want that in my hotel. Now the Galactic Starcruiser isn't for everybody. It's not for your low-level customer, obviously. It's not for people that aren't fans. I mean, you really got to be a fan of Star Wars if you want to do this. And by being a fan, it doesn't mean that they only show you your favorite movie or your favorite trilogy or the genre of Star Wars that you like. This is the Star Wars Hotel. There's only one hotel. There's only one Star Wars hotel. And if you like Star Wars, you either do this or you do without. It's not for everybody. Literally, it's only for 1,500 groups a month, 18,000 per year. This is a very select group. When you think of all the other hotels that Disney has that they have no trouble selling out, 1,800 is just a small subset of all those people. Look at the Polynesian where we own DVC. They've got like 20 bungalows there out in the water. They go for like $2,000 a night. Now, if you were in Bali, you could get a similar bungalow out in the water for the same amount of money. So how is it Disney can charge Bali money for something in a swamp in Florida? Well, they only have 20 and everybody wants to be here. There's a reason we bought at the Polynesian, because it's perfectly situated for Disney World, Magic Kingdom. You've got boats, you can walk there, go to the TTC and take a monorail. You got the monorail that goes to the hotel itself. You can take the ferry. You can actually park in the Magic Kingdom parking lot and walk to the Polynesian, which we do on occasion. You can take the monorail to Epcot. From Epcot, you can go through Epcot, you can get on a boat or the tram and you can go to Hollywood Studios. One of the biggest selling points for us was its location. And they get $2,000 a night for those bungalows out on the water. What do you think Starcruiser is worth? Is 3 nights on the bungalow worth 2 nights in the Starcruiser? Think of it that way. Now you're asking, well, could it be better? And the answer is, yeah, of course it could be better. Everything could be better. Like I said, I'm kind of the target audience, but they didn't make this for me, because if they did, it would have Han Solo, and it would have Chewbacca, and it would have Darth Vader, and it'd have stormtroopers, and it'd have all that. Because people nowadays, and I'm including all the YouTubers out there with millions of followers, you guys don't know what it is to be invested in Star Wars. Because when I was a kid, my mom took us to the drive-in theater, the Van Buren Theater in Riverside, and we paid to see, I don't know what it was, Slapstick or something like that. And our car is facing Slapstick. And me and my brother, we're pointed in the back of the car, looking out the rear window at the screen, way on the other side, Star Wars. Okay? No sound, really far away. We were mesmerized. We had toys. We had the really big TIE fighter and the really big X-Wing fighter. We had all the little figures. And we're poor. I mean, we were really poor. We had them. And not only that, probably the first record we ever bought was the Star Wars soundtrack. They had the different versions of the theme song and the Cantina song and like that. We listened to that over and over on the record player. We are the target audience because we're older. I'm 53. And you're more successful, you got money. And they should have put something in this to whet the beak of people like me. And maybe there is, we haven't seen. Maybe there is, but there should be. There should be something to whet my beak, okay? And that doesn't mean send me to the bar for $30 drinks or have some chick sing some song I ain't never heard. Because if they're gonna have people singing songs in the Galactic Starcruiser, they should be songs that people have heard in Star Wars universe. In that cantina, there should be the cantina band playing cantina songs and be the backing bands for whatever singer they have. And that cantina singer should be singing about Han Solo and Boba Fett and all those kind of people and give us something to reminisce about. I think that the Galactic Starcruiser must be totally immersive. I think they really shot themselves in the foot by how they set this up. What should happen when you arrive to the Galactic Starcruiser is you meet somebody at an outbuilding and you give them your car. And they take it and they take your luggage and you go into some building and like a locker room and you change immediately into your space clothes and you give them your regular clothes. And then you go out of that through another door, and then you are completely in the immersive environment. And you never get to see some dude pulling up to the outside of the hotel in his Hyundai. Are you kidding me? It has to be completely immersive from the get-go. Sort of like when you go to Space 220, once you walk through those doors, you're in the spaceship. And it should be the same thing. I think that every guest has to wear a uniform. Must wear a uniform. I'm not paying $6,000 for 2 nights to live out my fantasy and have some idiot over there wearing tank top and shorts or whatever. I don't want to look at that. It would ruin my fantasy. This is what this is. This is a fantasy. I want everybody to be playing a part. And if it means they got to have uniforms for XXX guys like me, then go ahead and make them because you're charging $6,000 a night. And it shouldn't cost extra for these uniforms. It should be built into the cost. I think right now they're going to charge you to wear the uniform. Are you kidding me? I mean, am I going to have to pay for everybody else to wear the dang uniform? Everybody has to wear this. Everybody's got to play their part. And if you just want to hang out, fine, hang out in your uniform. I think it's a mistake to take people from the hotel into Galaxy's Edge and put them on Rise of the Resistance and Smuggler's Run. This is stupid. One, it's not immersive. Okay, I don't want to see a bunch of Disney World people and whatnot. And if you can afford the Galactic Starcruiser, you could certainly afford to pay for a lightning lane to go on Rise of the Resistance, whatever the heck you want. Plus, it takes out like 5 hours in the morning on day 2. I want to be in Galactic Starcruiser. They're taking away that time that you could use in the Starcruiser and have more experiences. I feel like they're cheating you. When I saw the promotional video and I saw the popcorn ceiling in the hallway and the illuminated exit signs at the end of the hallway, I'm sure they're there because of building code or OSHA standards, but they got to get rid of it. And if anybody can do that, it's Disney. There is not a spaceship anywhere in the galaxy that has popcorn ceiling or illuminated exit sign. Now, they may have to have exit signs, but they could certainly disguise them to make them look like they belong there. Put some other lights and stuff nearby, and they could still say exit. Do what Disney does and hide it. Keep it there, but hide it. Don't make it so obvious. When you walk down Main Street and you hear all this music, you don't think, whoa, is God talking to me? No, you know they're speakers and they're pumping in some music. You smell something, you know they're pumping in that smell, but you don't see it. Now we have to see the exit sign, but we only have to see the mess. We don't have to see this box mounted to a wall with, cables and stuff. That's dumb. why don't you make the interior hallways of this hotel out of something that is fire retardant? You don't have to put up popcorn ceiling. This is Disney. They got their own fire department, they pretty much got their own government, and they can't figure out a way to do this. I think that's a fail. I'm also concerned that they have forgotten one of Walt Disney's most important tenets. And if you watch the Disneyland series they did on Disney Plus, where they went and gave you a history on certain rides, I'm going to go back to Jungle Cruise. Walt Disney one time overheard somebody talking about the Jungle Cruise, some family, and they said, well, we're not going to do the Jungle Cruise because we did it last time. And he's like, whoa, hold on. And you should understand what he's getting at. He didn't want to ride that you went on once. You're like, okay, I've done that, and I'm not going to do it again. And so he asked his Imagineers, Harper Goff and Mark Davis, come up with some new stuff. Redo it, make it exciting, do this, do that. When they were doing these renovations, somebody commented to Walt Disney and said, well, with all these changes we're making, people are not going to be able to see everything in one ride. And Walt said, that's it. That's what I want. Because you have to have it such that people can't see everything. You don't want them to see everything. You might only want them to see 20% of what there is to see, so that they'll come back again. And maybe the next time they come, they'll see 30% or 40%. And they can come back year after year, and they can always have something new and something different. But if you just say, look, here it is, 2 days later, you're gone, you're never coming back. Plus, you're going to tell all your friends what you did unless you're me. And they're going to say, well, why do I need to go? Because you've already ruined all the surprises. So they need to have so much stuff going on that nobody ever has the same experience twice. You cannot see it all. Now, I've heard some rumors about what's going to happen to Galactic Starcruiser in the near future. And I don't know if they're true. I heard somebody put out there that's going to shut down in September for 6 months, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. These guys look for clicks. The big Star Wars guys, they haven't put out any such video. But I will tell you what I think is going to happen to Galactic Starcruiser. I think that it's going to turn into a DVC property. And you think, well, how could that be? Well, like I said, it's not much different than the bungalows at the Polynesian. Okay? And DVC members, they got the money to buy. If they made a 2-night stay at the Galactic Starcruiser, 300 points. 300 DVC points. I could afford that. We got like 200 points at Polynesian. Take my allotment from 1 year and borrow 100. Boom, I'm there. And I think a lot of DVC people would do the same. And that's where they get to that $5,000 or $6,000 price tag. And they're going to burn up these points. So look, in about a year, for them to announce that Galactic Starcruiser will turn into a DVC property, and the points are going to be the same price as any other place, but look for a 2-night stay to be about 300 points. And if you're going to pay, gosh, right now they're going for like $200 a point. That's $60,000. Are you willing to pay $60,000 to be an owner at Galactic Starcruiser? Well, they only have to sell 18,000 of them. How hard is that going to be? So that's everything I got on Galactic Starcruiser. I love it. I'm going to really look forward to when we get the chance to go. Hopefully it's sooner than later. You never know. But like I said, go to Tiger, the Autistic Tiger, get his plushie, watch his videos. He's the best 9-year-old artist in the world. He's going to be demonstrating at the Florida State Fair here coming up really quick. He's been a featured artist at MegaCon. Tiger's badass. You should love him. Watch all his videos, like them, subscribe, and share them. And come back and watch me, because I'm going to be talking about everything going on at Disney World and talk about the bloggers that go over there and go, look what I can do, because that's not me. But I'll catch y'all later. Bye.